Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy Diaz Apodaca. If you've never been here before, but if you have, hi girl. Before anything you guys, I do want to start off this video by thanking you guys for getting my last video here on my Stacy Detox channel above 20,000 views. Oh my goodness. This is a new channel for me. As you guys know, I have my main channel, Stacy Diaz, where it's my vlog channel, and we wanted a place so that we can like effortlessly talk about different things in life and like just things that we were feeling, and that's how Stacy Detox was born. This is a channel that I don't really ever like think twice about what kind of videos I'm doing. It's just like, oh, this is in my mind and I feel like people can benefit from it, and that's how we end up making these videos. So to see that a video got 20,000 views is incredibly motivating, and it really pushes me and it makes me feel like we're on the right track to our highest purpose, which is learning how to be better, more self-loving, confident, and adequate women. If you're here from that last video, thank you so much for joining us. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about a fun topic that I don't really ever see anybody talk about. Last week when I talked about my journey to becoming more modest, there was this one comment that I thought was really interesting. So the comment said, we all know you only started changing the way you dress because of Denny. If you guys don't know, I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend, and he is a wonderful man, gracias a Dios. There's a lot of you guys who have been here since before I was with him, and a lot of you who know how much of a hard time I was having finding a true, meaningful connection with someone that was respectful, loving, encouraging, and all positive things. That comment was left as to trying to degrade everything that I've done for myself. As women, if you're a woman, you probably know what it's like to have credit taken away from you, whether it's at work or in your personal life, and given to somebody else. Very little times are women like, yes, I did this for me and only me, and you know, like very little times are we given the proper credit for something, right? So when I saw a comment where I was talking about the way I personally choose to dress, and somebody said you only changed the way that you dress because of your boyfriend, my initial reaction was to be triggered by that, because as much as I love and respect my boyfriend has never, not once, told me you could wear this or you can't wear that, or you should start dressing more modestly, or you should start dressing like this or like that. My boyfriend has never tried to control the way that I look, because I'm not sure if you guys know, but that would be considered borderline manipulative relationship, which, as you guys know, I'm in a very healthy relationship. I kind of took it in that way first, and I was like, oh my god, like this girl probably thinks like Danny's telling me what to wear, and that I'm only changing because I have a boyfriend now and I don't have to get other guys' attention and yada yada yada, right? So as I let it sit with me, and I really thought about this comment, because when there's things that trigger me, I'm like, ooh, this trigger you, and it's for a reason, like we need to think about it, right? I decided to dedicate a whole video talking about this topic, because to whoever commented that, you're right. My boyfriend is a big influence into who I am today, and I want to talk about that. As you guys know, as women, we're always told like you should be independent, like you shouldn't depend on anybody else, like you should work on yourself while you're alone. And while I believe that those things are all very, very true, I think that there's not a lot of conversation happening around what a healthy relationship can do for you. The current boyfriend that I have right now is the healthiest relationship I've personally been in. And you guys know that I have really, really high standards for whoever my partner is. In the past, I've broken up with people because they lied to me. I've broken up with people because I saw a message. I've broken up with people because their exes have reached out to me. And it's just, I've broken up with people for most of the things that I tell you guys to break people over for, right? And so this is my first time being in a very healthy, loving, supportive, and good relationship. There's a lot of videos out there telling you what to look out for so that you don't fall for an ugly relationship. I don't think there's a lot of videos, at least that I have seen, that talk about the things that you should be looking out for, and the way that a positive relationship makes you feel, or the way that you could be inspired, and the way that you can become a better person from a healthy relationship. Of course, everything that I've done in my life is gracias a Dios y gracias a mí, because I have worked my ass off to have everything, and at the end of the day, I'm the one that makes all the decisions as to what I dress, how I speak, where I go, and how I spend my money. My boyfriend has never, like I said earlier, he has never once told me you could wear this, you can't wear that, or you have to speak like this, or you have to speak like that. He accepts me the way I am. My boyfriend met me in a very interesting point in my life. I was 27 when I met my boyfriend, and while I was still going to bars and I was still hanging out, every once in a while at those places, that really wasn't who I was completely anymore. I remember meeting Denny, and if you guys don't know, I met Denny at a bar, and that's something I actually don't recommend. I always tell people, like, don't meet guys at a bar. Like, there's probably not a lot of good guys, but I met my good guy there. It does happen, but it's not the norm, right? So I met him at a bar, and maybe when he met me, and I can ask him and maybe he can be in a video in the future, but when he met me, he probably saw a girl who was at the bar a lot and who liked to drink and who liked to go out and do things like that. And while those things are fun, it's not really who I am at my core. I don't look forward to drinking every weekend. I personally don't see the fun in spending so much money and getting so messed up that you wake up with a hangover the next day. And those are all things that are fine if you like to do them, but I'm not like that, right? And so at the time that Denny met me, first of all, I didn't even have my business, right? And outside of my relationship changing me and forcing me to mature, I think another driving force that really changed me and forced me to mature was Apodaca Jewel, my business. When my business started thriving and I started seeing what I can do as a business owner, I no longer wanted to act like somebody who was irresponsible. To me, it was like, how can I be here like drinking on my story or taking shots, which are things that I've done, right? But how can I be here portraying a lifestyle that doesn't correlate with the lifestyle of a successful businesswoman? Now, I understand a successful businesswoman can look like anything. You don't have to show yourself in any which way that you're not comfortable with. But to me, what I think of when I think of a successful businesswoman is I think of like Oprah, you know? And I know I always mention her and I always say that I want to be the Mexican Oprah because she has a life that's very inspiring to me. Like, that woman came from nothing like myself, and that woman has been able to create an industry of work for so many people, and she has been able to give herself a very comfortable life while helping people better their life. And that's exactly what I want to do. So once my business started thriving and once my business started taking off, I met Denny when I was 27. My business, I started my business a year and some change into my relationship with Denny in October of 2019. And then after that, when my business started taking off, I was like, okay, so if I want to be a business owner, if I want to be a motivational speaker, and if I want to inspire women to become more self-loving, regardless of what other people think, what other people wear, and what other people do, I want to be a good example for those people. My boyfriend wasn't the driving force behind me making these changes, but he was definitely so supportive and one of the pillars that allowed me to become who I am today. I have had partners who were not very supportive of my online career, and I have had partners that were like, oh, you're just trying to get attention, or like, oh, don't, like, why do you want to have businesses when I can give you anything that you want, or why do you feel like you have to call other people's attention? And when I was with those people, like, I knew that wasn't the kind of person I wanted to be with, because doing this, being on YouTube, sharing my story, talking about these things is something that I have always wanted to do. So while I was changing and becoming a more mature version of myself, my boyfriend being able to support me and being able to pivot with me and being able to say, okay, I met you at a bar and that was really cool, but now you want to be a businesswoman, you want to start acting different, you want to start dressing different, you want to start being different, I'm here for it. I support it. I love it. Let's elevate. And to me, that meant a lot more than him being the driving force behind my motivation. I have never, and I will never make a man the source of my motivation, or a partner for that matter. Making a partner the source of your motivation means that you give somebody else the power of destroying you and destroying your force behind everything you do if they ever leave. I love my boyfriend, I trust him, I feel safe, I feel loved, I feel taken care of, but he is not the force behind everything that I want to do in this life. I am. When people say things like, well, you only change because you have a boyfriend, because you're in a relationship, because he's supporting you or whatever, that's taking credit away from all of the things that I've done for myself and all of the decisions that I made. In my life, God is number one, I'm second, my partner is third. And I don't care if I'm married, I don't care if this person is the father of my kids, I don't care how important my partner is. I have always had it very clear, God is first and I'm second right behind him. A lot of times you guys always ask me, well, how do you love yourself so much? And that's a decision that you have to take day in and day out. In the beginning, it's gonna be difficult. In the beginning, it's gonna be hard. But at the end of the day, as long as you love yourself first, you are going to continue to make the best decisions for yourself regardless of what happens in this life. You can't count on anybody else but yourself to be there for you when the going gets tough. When you're in a healthy, loving, and thriving relationship, you're going to feel safe. You're going to feel like you're going to be able to be whatever you want to be in this life. You're going to feel like this person is not your backbone, but is right there alongside of you, cheering you on, supporting you, hearing you when things go wrong, and just being shoulder to lean on when it gets tough. My boyfriend is not the motivational drive that pushes me to want to be an entrepreneur, that pushes me to want to be a millionaire, that pushes me to want to be a motivational speaker. He's not my motivation for getting up in the mornings and going to the gym. He's not my motivation to getting up and filming every single video that I film, because if my partner was my motivation, I would already stop doing what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, I'm still doing it even though I have him. I would never want to be my partner's motivation for them to be successful, because that is a lot of pressure, and I would never put that kind of pressure on my partner to make them my motivation. You first got to fall in love with yourself. You got to know what you want, and you got to know what you're willing to do every single day to make your dreams come true. Whether you want to start going to the gym, if you want to move up positions at work, if you want to own a company someday, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, whatever it is that you want to be in this world, whatever it is, having a supportive partner and somebody that looks at you and says, I got you, I love you, and no matter what you choose, I'm gonna be here behind you, is priceless. It's priceless, you guys. So when you're looking for a partner in your own life and you're looking for the characteristics of a man who will be a good partner for you, you have to look for somebody that's gonna emotionally support you. A lot of times when I say things like you want to find a man that supports you, a lot of people think that I'm talking financially. While I do think that would be great, that would be wonderful if that's what you want, I don't shame you for it. More than financially, you want a partner that's gonna support you emotionally. My boyfriend is not my driving motivation behind everything that I do, but he helps out so much by not getting in the way, by being a cheater, by being a liar, and by being deceptive or a gaslighter or anything negative in my life. If I had to spend energy worrying about what my boyfriend was doing and worrying about who he was talking to, worrying about him lying to me, stealing from me, or anything of that matter, I wouldn't be a successful woman that I am today. Now, make it very clear, I wouldn't be with him. But if I had to worry about any sort of negativity that he was bringing, yeah, I wouldn't be where I am, because instead of sitting here talking to you, I would be worrying and checking his location, checking his phone, trying to see what he's doing. And at the end of the day, to me, that's not worth it. I am so in love with myself. It is way more important for me to focus on my things, to focus on what I gotta do day in and day out to reach my goals, and to focus on putting out content, and to focus on doing paperwork, to focus on doing what I gotta do for my business, than what my boyfriend is doing. When you fall in love with yourself, what other people around you are doing is not important. Yes, you can assess and assist, and you can say, okay, this relationship is good, the relationship with my best friend is good, the relationship with my parents is good. And the minute that a relationship stops being productive, stops being healthy, stops being good for you, is the minute you have to get out of it. Whether that's your significant other, that's your parent, that's your best friend, whoever it is. You have to continue to put yourself first, and you have to continue to make these changes for yourself. I love my boyfriend so much. I'm in love with him. I'm grateful to him for everything he does for me. And I thank him for being so supportive and so motivating and so loving and so understanding and such a loving man. I don't have enough good things to say about this man. But even as much as I love him, I love me more. and that's never gonna change no matter what. I love me more, and the minute you start loving yourself more than anybody else in the world, whether you have a boyfriend, a significant other or not, is the minute that you're gonna start moving differently. First, you take care of you, then you take care of anybody else that you can or want to take care of. I truly hope that this video motivates you to want to seek that relationship with yourself deeper. I do feel and believe that a good, healthy relationship will make you a better person, but a lack of one is not an excuse to not work on yourself meanwhile you get in a relationship. It is no one's responsibility to make you better, to heal your wounds, and to talk you out of your misery. It's your job and your responsibility to seek within, to heal your traumas, and to heal everything that's going on internally so that you can become a better person for yourself, and then your partner benefiting from those beautiful things that you worked on. You are the motivating drive behind everything you do. You alone are special enough, and you deserve to go to therapy. You deserve to work on yourself. You deserve to understand yourself better, and you deserve to have all the wonderful things in life, self-understanding and self-love included. Don't wait for a good relationship to come around so that you can start working on yourself. You deserve to start working on yourself now, even if you have somebody or not. As always, you guys, I encourage all of you to seek therapy, to seek help, and I do want to congratulate you for working on yourself and for continuing to seek deeper within you to create a greater bond between you and your self-love. Yo las quiero mucho, and the fact that you guys continue to click on these videos and continue to watch my videos is so special and meaningful to me. Out of all the things that you could be watching, out of all the things that you could be doing, you chose to click on this video, and I don't take it for granted because I know there's hundreds of thousands of creators on this app. If you haven't yet, please consider leaving a thumbs up on this video. It really helps us out in the algorithm, and if you would like to become a part of the family by clicking the subscribe button, you're more than welcome to do so, but you never ever have to. That's gonna be it from me. Las quiero mucho. Que Dios me las bendiga. Me llamo Stacy de Apodaca, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye!